We have some major breaking news, and we got to talk about it. Okay, Marjorie Taylor Greene, we just talked about her on the earlier show, and she is making headlines again right now regarding a 2028 presidential run. And at the exact same time, Zohran Mandani is getting flamed left and right from President Trump with a possible arrest pending. And holy smokes, you know it. We got to talk about it. So like, subscribe, and let's jump right in. So, in a shocking move, the article reports that Marjorie Taylor Greene, the representative from Georgia, has been quietly telling people that she wants to run for president in 2028. And according to sources close to her, she says that she has the donor network to win the primary and that she believes that she is the real MAGA, while others have strayed. And things do get a little bit heated right here at this next paragraph. I'll go ahead and read it. After publication, Greene texted Notice saying that she saw you posted a baseless article. Notice sent an inquiry to her communications director ahead of publication, but Greene asked why Notice had not reached out to a different person in her office. So a couple of things. I feel like the communications director would be the person to ask, but okay. Also interesting that she calls this a baseless article, but not an untrue article. So I actually feel like that adds a lot of validity to this conversation. But what are the people saying about this? Check this out. Quote unquote right here is pointing out the same article, and he asks, would you vote for MTG over Vice President J.D. Vance? And you know what? That is a great question. Please let me know how you feel about that in the comments. I also wanted to share this. Marjorie Taylor Greene was recently on the Tim Dillon podcast, and he pressed her again on this idea that we just heard, that she is the heir to the real MAGA. Check this out.
A lot of people say you're the heir to the real MAGA, and J.D. Vance is not.
Wow.
A lot of people say that.
Who's saying that?
A lot of people.
That's interesting.
There are people that are saying that. There are people that are saying that.
I like JD.
I like him too. But there are people that are saying that.
What do they mean by that?
They mean that they...
So will we see these two face off together in the primaries? Or will everyone just rally behind the current vice president? I will say this. Marjorie has been making a whole lot of public appearances, including on The View. But if you were to ask me, I think that barely means anything. It seems like everyone in Congress is constantly trying to be on TV all of the time, right? They're trying to build their own brand, build their own awareness. I understand that. But speaking of appearances, here is MTG on News Nation today, slamming both Democrats and Republicans, because unlike talking about 2028, although it is fun and interesting, Marjorie, I feel, is focused on what's happening right now, which is the fact that we are living in the current longest shutdown in history. So check this out.
I think leadership is something to take very seriously, and I think the Senate, both sides of the aisle, need to get on the ball on that, because people are suffering, people are not getting paid, and people have a lot of anxiety about what does this mean going forward.
Should Trump pick up the phone now and say, Speaker Johnson, Chuck Schumer, let's get in a room, let's do it, let's end it now?
I hope so. I would like to see that. But I've been saying all along, even a month ago, I said Democrats can open the government simply by voting yes on the CR that they have already voted to so many times. But also Senate Republicans can use the nuclear option, override the filibuster.
You think they should go there?
Yeah, I've been calling for it the entire time. I called for it a month ago. 1 month ago, I called for it. I posted it up. But it's been gridlock. And you want to know something? I really fully believe Americans are sick and tired of political drama in Washington. They care about being able to pay their bills. They're very worried about health insurance premiums rising. And it's up to leaders in Washington to take that very seriously.
So there you have it. MTG out there slamming both the Dems and the GOP, because obviously the nuclear option is on the table. We talked about it whenever she first mentioned it. Now, there are dangers to it, of course, but you know what? Maybe it's worth it, as it is in life. And President Trump just sent a crisp and clear message to Zohran Mandani. Check this out. This was moments ago.
Going to work this time.
Did you see his victory speech?
It's literally never worked. Yeah, I thought it was a very angry speech. Certainly angry toward me, and I think he should be very nice to me. You know, I'm the one that sort of has to approve a lot of things coming to him, so he's off to a bad start.
At one point he says, turn the volume up.
So hear me,
President Trump, when I say this, to get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us.
How do you respond to that? Does that affect anything you're going to do?
It's a very dangerous statement for him to make, actually. And, you know, you talk about danger. I think it's a very dangerous statement for him to make. He has to be a little bit respectful of Washington, because if he's not, he doesn't have a chance of succeeding. And I want to make him succeed. I want to make the city succeed.
I love that even in this moment, although the Republicans do see Zohran Mamdani as a clear opposition to the Republican agenda, President Trump still wants Zohran to succeed because he knows very well that New York residents will suffer if Zohran is not successful. So I thought that was really, really interesting. And just for more context, this does come after Zohran repeatedly saying that he will not allow ICE to operate in NYC. This morning, he even basically said that if ICE breaks the law, he is going to hold them accountable. And last night, he doubled down on this. Check it out.
So hear me, President Trump, when I say this. To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us.
And yes, in case you're wondering, this is Zohran Mamdani basically quoting a line from Spider-Man. You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. So this is going to be a significant development, more so because months ago, Trump did say that if Zohran doesn't allow ICE to arrest criminals, he would have to arrest him. Look at this.
And will not allow ICE to arrest criminal aliens in New York City. Your message to communist Zohran Mamdani?
Well, then we'll have to arrest him. Look, we don't need a communist in this country, but if we have one, I'm going to be watching over him very carefully on behalf of the nation. We send him money. We send him all the things that he needs to run a government. And by the way, they get about 3 times what you get, Ron. If you look at the per capita, Florida gets 1/3 of what New York gets in terms of the numbers.
So what will happen? Is this an arrest waiting to happen? Who the heck knows? A lot is in the air right now, and I would really love to know what you think about all of it. But let me know how you're feeling about Zohran Mamdani today, and tell me how you feel about Marjorie Taylor Greene seriously considering a run for president in 2028. And hey, if you've made it this far, please consider liking, subscribing, turn on the bell, and I will see you all next time. Episode's over already? Geez, that was fast. Well, they say beautiful things do not last forever, but feel free to watch and listen to another one of these episodes if you're interested in those conversations as well. Also, this next part is huge. Make sure to obliterate that like and subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never skip a beat. I also have a newsletter where we dive into the news, politics, and ideas that shape our future. If you're interested in signing up, I'd really appreciate that. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you next time.